Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Roberto Delgado, a junior who leads the team in strikeouts right now. And you had an 8 strikeout performance against Mid-America Nazarene, who's ranked number 25. What went into that performance on Saturday?
Well, every time I have an outing, I make sure I got my mental game prepared. I make sure I got my faith straight out with God. I'm a big believer in God. I know that I can do anything without him, and I know he's the one that helps me through this. It's always been throughout my career.
What do you think of OCU's pitching staff overall right now?
I think we have a good pitching staff in the fall. I felt like we were like kind of short in pitching, but we got a couple of transfers that came in that are really, really good. They're going to help us, and then we got a lot of great guys. I mean, I think we got a good shot and make it pretty far this year.
What brought you here to OCU?
Well, it's kind of a crazy story. I played in junior college, in New Mexico Junior College. I was there for 2 years, and I was talking to a couple other schools. I couldn't go Division I, of course, and then I had signed with a Division II school in Amarillo, Texas, with West Texas A&M. And then I had a couple issues that I couldn't go there, and then I got a call from Coach Keith Lytle, and he talked to me and made me an offer, and I took it. It's a great place to play baseball at, and a good baseball program.
I understand that you're the first in your family to attend college.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, it's just it's a great accomplishment. Like, I'm trying to finish school and just be the first one, and I know my family has been there to support me throughout my whole college career, and I'm just looking forward to finish it.
And what's your major here at OCU?
That's another crazy story. When I was in junior college, I wasn't taking the right courses, and I wasn't working towards any other majors, so I had taken a CLEP test, which is a Spanish test, so that's going to be my major. I'm taking a major in Spanish with a minor in exercise sports science.
So is Spanish your first language?
Yes, sir.
So how did you learn English?
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and when I was 15, I moved to Killeen, Texas. I went to high school there, and I literally just learned how to speak English in the baseball field. Just talking to people, I had to communicate either way in the field, so that was my way to learn, and just listen to music, watching TV, and all that.
I understand you also do some magic tricks.
Yes.
Do you have any favorites that you do?
Just card tricks in general. It's just kind of like, you with a couple friends having fun, and hey, yo, I got something to show you, and yeah, I just do them.
All right, talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Roberto Delgado, and you can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to volleyball coach Jason Munoz, was recently hired by OCU as a volleyball coach. And Coach, you came to OCU from OBU where you were an assistant, so you're familiar with the Stars. What attracted you to this position?
Looking for the next kind of move in my coaching journey. When I saw Oklahoma City being open, it was one of those things where Oklahoma City has a very strong reputation. And competing against OCU for so many years, you come in here and you see kind of the excellence that the coaches have really done a great job to maintain here, and an opportunity to be a part of that, I think, is one of the big draws. And obviously, being an Oklahoma guy, it was nice to be around Oklahoma City and not go too far. So.
What experiences have you had that have prepared you to be a head coach?
Man, there's been a lot of experiences, actually. It's the last 8 years I've spent at Oklahoma Baptist University, as you mentioned, and going from year to year there, it was just more and more kind of responsibility as I went. I worked for a very good coach in Anna Howe, and she did an excellent job of just, continuing to give me more and more responsibility and helping me to grow as a coach and as a person. And so just so many things going on there, from running different aspects of practice and recruiting and different things going on there have really been instrumental in me being prepared for this move.
What has shaped your coaching philosophies?
My coaching philosophies, they kind of range all over the place. I think that pretty much started as a player. Obviously, I was an athlete all the way through college, and so you have a lot of coaches during that time, and I was able to formulate, some coaching things that I liked, maybe some things I didn't like, and that was kind of the first part of it. And then moving on from there, I'm a big-time reader, and so I think one of the first coaching books that I read, that was a gift given to me by a friend, was Phil Jackson's Sacred Hoops. And so he really had me thinking on another level after reading that book. And after that, I just read a lot of other coaching books. And so that kind of led to some development of my coaching philosophy and different things like that. And then aside from that, just faith and my journey in that area has definitely helped shape it as well. So,
what do you look for in a prospective student athlete?
Prospective student athlete, I'm going to look for a certain level of talent and volleyball skill to be successful, because obviously we want to fit in here as a successful program. And aside from that, I think OCU is a very unique place. And so it has a lot to offer, and there's a lot going on here. And so I'm going to look for people that fit in here and that will be successful here, because ultimately I want them to thrive, and I want them to leave the program ready to be successful in life after graduation.
Talk about your journey into becoming a volleyball coach.
My journey was a little bit of an interesting one. Definitely wasn't planned at all. I was a football player growing up, and I ended up playing at Southwestern Oklahoma State. We have recruiting pipeline out of California out there, so I became very good friends with a couple guys that played in high school, and they played on the beach growing up out in California, and that's kind of where I learned the game. So moving on from there, we had a volleyball coach that has just started the program. I think it was my junior year, and so as I'm playing Sam volleyball after all of our football workouts in the summers and everything, I transitioned into being a student assistant coach for the football team. And my video office was right by the head coach's office. His name is Bo Palasotti. And I would just always ask him questions. Started playing in some tournaments with him and his assistant coach. And from there, he was just kind of little by little like, hey, you want to come to practice and block? You want to come to practice and do this, do that? And before I knew it, he had an opening for his graduate assistant position, and getting my graduate degree is something that I really wanted to do. So I kind of took that and as an opportunity to get my grad school paid for, and just kind of never looked back after that. He really did a good job of taking care of me and some other guys, getting us into the game. And then from there, I would just work camps for people, and just worked more and more camps, a lot of times just volunteering. Sometimes I'd get paid so I could continue my growth as a coach. And then I ended up working a camp out at OBU after meeting Anna at a recruiting service kind of combine thing, and kind of took off from there and never looked back. And so 10 years later, it's kind of still in it. So it's kind of an interesting journey.
Talking to new OCU volleyball coach Jason Munoz, and you can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.